Oh, and the music hits. Oh, it's so good. Oh, what a lovely, lovely shot. And then I want to stay at your house, please. Oh, it's peak. Oh, it's such peak. This is a cool effect because you know when you cry, your eyesight gets blurry, right? So in here, she's like on the verge of tears and we can kind of see that through her perspective. Like this is quite literally her POV and it kind of seems like we're seeing her tears. When you go through something sad, you feel really small and you're like literally shoving yourself into a corner like how Lucy is here. Look at how much empty space this is as well. There's so much empty space on the screen, and it kind of just acts to emphasize how small Lucy feels and how lonely she feels right now. My name is Zekos, and I'm a cinematic artist. I've been making cutscenes for video games for the past 6 years, and in this video, I'll be taking that experience and using it to react to and then break down the ending scenes of the Wuthering Waves x Cyberpunk Edgerunners collab. Spoilers ahead, let's get it. I'm just gonna run through the entire thing. I'm gonna point some stuff out. But I want to get a feel of what the entire cinematic is first. I have played through the game. I have played through this event. It's really cool. One of my favorite events in Gacha. But we haven't delved into it, you know, properly, like from the cinematic point of view. And that's what we're going to do in this video. I already see some really cool cinematic shots here. Or cinematic techniques. And how they use that to achieve some like dynamic feeling in the shots. God, this song as well is so good. In cinematography, like in cinematics in general, you want to leverage everything to create feelings. And in here, the music kind of creates that feeling of almost longingness, but also like this, not nostalgia, but like you're reminiscing over things. And then the flashbacks or like the flashes to other people kind of take that across as well. Oh, there's some like tension building here. We don't know what she's looking at, but she's looking at something intently. Also, the pure action in this cinematic is so good. Oh my god. I love... Oh, that's such a cool shot too. I love everything here. Oh, you can see like the little bit of foreshadowing there with David's mark. Oh man, I can't wait to dissect this afterwards. Oh, you guys are gonna love it. I find this so endlessly fascinating. And then David comes. Oh, and the music hits. Oh, it's so good. Oh, what a lovely, lovely shot. It's so like nice and intimate as well. Got a mash cut to Rover. And then you see as the music picks up, you kind of feel that sense of like, yeah, I can take him on. Yeah. Really, really cool. And then I think this is like after you beat Anna Smasher, right? Like you do the boss fight and then this happens. Really cool. Oh, super awesome like camera techniques there too. Leveraging the stuff that you can do in a digital camera for a video game. Super cool. Abby! About to get decked. And then Rover comes to the rescue. Awesome impact frames. As we transition to Havoc Rover. Cool FOV increase there. Now we're using a wider lens as you zoom out. Backgrounds going crazy to evoke that feeling like speed and intensity. Super cool orbital. Oh man, that's so dope. I love shots like this, by the way, where it kind of like goes through the city. It, like orbits. Oh, and then you get the reveal of David. Oh. And then I want to stay at your house, please. Oh, it's peak. Oh, it's such peak. Oh man. And notice how we're cutting from wide shots with wide lenses to close-up shots with narrower lenses. And here, oh, this is a super narrow lens, and you can tell by how flat the background is. And that's usually tend to convey, or used to convey, intimacy, which of course is happening here. And you see the light, the god rays come in to kind of hit that home. Oh, it's beautiful. Wua loves to do this. Other gacha games love to do this as well. It goes from a super, super wide shot. As the bullet makes its way to Lucy, we can just like go frame by frame here. Notice how the background goes from a wide lens to a more narrow lens. Look at that. Notice how flat the background is now compared to before. That's cool. Oh, there you go. That's a great example of this. Notice how big Lucy's hand is here in this shot. Look, it's nearly like half the screen, this one. It's so big. So how they're able to do this is they basically push the camera in and then they ramp up the wideness of the lens like crazy, and you get this super distorted looking but super cool and cinematic shot where the hand is really big on screen. And they did that as well. If you go back to Rover, and here in this shot they also did the same thing. Now, I might just be imagining things, but it looks like the animators might have also exaggerated this even more by increasing the size of Rover's hand here for just a tiny bit, just a few frames, to really sell that impact. That's called orbital. So an orbital is basically when a camera orbits around a subject. So say, for example, the subject in the middle here is this character, like over here, right? And then the camera down here, it basically moves around the character while still keeping their focus on the character. So sorry about my mouse drawing here. So it literally orbits the character like how a planet orbits the sun, right? So that's why it's called an orbital. Really cool. One of my favorite camera movements. They do it here, like that. See? Right there, right there. They do another orbital there. They do another orbital there. They're repeating the same like techniques, but they use it in such a tasteful way to make it look really cool. You know, the rule of cool, right? If it looks cool, then why not? This is all about tension building. Lucy is looking at something. She's running towards something. We see something in there in the distance. We don't know what it is. And as we cut to Lucy's face, you know, her facial expression is like, what is that? Like, she makes us want to know what she's looking at as well, right? And movies do this all the time. And so that build-up in tension creates an environment to where when the reveal does happen, it feels more impactful, you know, because you get a lead up. It's not just the reveal is there and then that's over. That's very anticlimactic. Also, can I just say, it's such a pain to get this effect. It's very hard to get anything reflective going in game systems, so you generally just have to cheat this one. My guess would be like they got her eye texture, right? If this is her eye right here, they literally just like slap this on, and they probably put something in front to act like as a shine filter or something like that. Add some effects on it to make it look like a reflection. Yeah, reflections are very difficult to do in games. Her facial expression, man, everything, and the lighting. Oh my god, it's so peak. It's so peak. Like the shapes of their silhouette. Oh man, it's amazing. It's almost like a yin yang. And by yin yang, I don't know if you guys notice this, but like look, have a look at the shape of Lucy, right? She goes like this. And then David is like this. And it's so cool. It's like it's literally like a yin yang symbol, man. You know? You can call that a stretch, but I thought that was very symbolic. That's very cool because they complement each other so well as a duo, as lovers, as partners. I think it's such a beautiful imagery. This is a really, really smart way of doing things. In games, it's sometimes really, really difficult to have destructible things, right? Because usually what would happen is that you have like a very extensive physics engine to do that for you, or you cheat it by literally having two models, one that's separated and one that's not, and then you swap from the complete model with no separation to the cut up model like they did here. So they use this impact frame, or at least my best guess, and how I would do this would be you use the full model here, right? You use the full model, you cut to impact frames, and then you use the impact frames as a way to swap out the gun so that it switches from its full model to its separated model. And then now you can have all this fancy, like nice looking separation like that. Model swapping like this is a very common thing done in video games. Each one of these components now, they are separate entities. They are modeled separately. And the cool thing about doing this rather than relying on a physics engine is that you're able to be very intentional with how things are cut and how things are destroyed. because with physics, it's very hard to predict that, you know, because it's physics. So when you're able to just model swap, then you can have exactly what you want, exactly how you want, and get the exact framing that you're going for. So I think that's really cool how they did that. So I found the other part that this goes into. So this is really cool as well, by the way. Something I want to point out. They have these characters quite close together, right? The camera pointing up, this is fine. But the camera framing here is actually quite peculiar because she's all the way over there, even though she's screen side left. So we can see here in the shot before, she's screen side left. Okay, and then he's screen side right. In normal terms, in normal cinematics, instead of this, what we would have usually is Lucy would be over here. Hello, I'm Lucy. She would be over here because that would make more orientation sense. And then David would be where Lucy is, right here. There's two reasons why you would have a character here. One, it feels very claustrophobic. You want the viewer to feel like something's wrong or like something is very suffocating. But something else that you could do is you want to create that sense of closeness, right? Because in the next shot, David is over here. He's screen side left. He's actually more centered than Lucy is, but nevertheless, he's screen side left instead of screen side right. Very interesting. So it's like the opposite of what you conventionally think about or what you conventionally do in cinema.
Lucy.
They switched now to screen side right. They switched to screen side right.
The sunlight.
And then Lucy now is in screen side left. Because you can see David there and in the foreground and screen side right. It's very interesting.
Lucy.
See, he's screen side right. Because this is how you normally would have it, but they really wanted to create that connection of closeness with them at the start. But also, I think it's because like David here is trying to tell her that something's wrong. So I think that's also part of the reason why they have this, because they want to create that uneasiness. It's kind of like foreshadowing in a way, right? Very, very cool stuff. It's like a double whammy.
I'm just a dream.
Oof. Yeah, it hits, man. Also, we're very, very close in on Lucy there. We're using a very narrow lens for that intimacy, and with her line, how she's feeling, her facial expression, it really matches together.
I know. Me too. But you don't need to hear the words of a ghost. Not anymore.
Notice as well that as they reach the climax of this moment, they go back to the pose. This is like their iconic pose, right? You look up Lucy and David, this is their iconic pose. The rack focus. This is a cool effect. How it focuses in on David's face from blurry to clear. Kind of hints to crying. Because you know when you cry, your eyesight gets blurry, right? So in here, because of how Lucy's feeling, she's like on the verge of tears. It's a very, very sad moment for her. And we can kind of see that through her perspective. Like this is quite literally her POV. And it kind of seems like we're seeing her tears. Like in the camera here, through the rack focus, through the depth of field going from blurry to clear. It's really cool. Love that little detail. Like, yeah, she's literally crying, bro. And he's gone. Oh, the way she still hugs. Like, you know, look at her arms. She goes in for the hug even though she's not there anymore. Oh, really hits you, man. Oof. God damn. Yeah. You notice there how the camera kind of goes in and out of blurriness? You see here? Anime does this a lot, and it's a subtle way of communicating some kind of instability. You know what I mean? Because of course she just lost the love of her life, so of course things are not going to be very nice. We got wider shots. She's so small in these frames. When you go through something sad, you feel really small, and you're like literally shoving yourself into a corner, like how Lucy is here. Look at how much empty space this is as well. There's so much empty space on the screen, and it kind of just acts to emphasize how small Lucy feels and how lonely she feels right now, especially with quite like the digital ashes of David like right above her. It really conveys that sense of loneliness. And the fact that her eyes here being covered means that she's not quite there yet. Her emotions aren't quite settled yet. She's still trying to get over it. She hasn't even spoken a word. She hasn't replied to Rebecca. You know, she's going through the stages of grief right now in real time. Aww.
Later, Gonk Brain. Take good care of yourself. You hear?
She hasn't replied a single time. And I think that's because she hasn't really processed what happened to David. And then now she has Rebecca to deal with. Like, her mental is going absolutely crazy. It's like, you know, when you're so overwhelmed with how many things are happening, you just can't do anything. You're like frozen. That's kind of how she's feeling right now. I'm not a psychologist, but this is kind of like, this is what I go through when I'm making these scenes, you know? I try to tap into the characters' feelings so that I can give them the best portrayal of that in the cinematic.
I'm glad I got to see them again.
And there we have it. Such peak. But if you guys want me to react to any more cutscenes, let me know which ones. I'm still getting through the game. I'm in like, it says Rena Sita 2 Act 4. So if you want to check that out, if you want to see more reactions from me live, feel free to join me on stream, twitch.tv/zekozch. Otherwise, I'm going to be uploading more reaction content, breaking down the cinematics of video games that I'm playing right now, or any video game that you want me to react to. Thanks guys. Ciao.